Assalamu alaikum. Peace be upon you is its meaning. Well, the peace project failed drastically when it comes to the Muslims. No area is more war-torn than the Middle East. And there is one country in the Middle East which is the epitome of hypocrisy, the Islamic Republic of Iran, which without a shadow of a doubt is a fake government and was already dismantled by its outer look as a tyrannical government by many. Today we will show you why its government is completely shaitanic from its initiation up until now. We present you the Satanic Republic of Iran. After the treachery of the Muslims to the family of Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his progeny, the last of the 12 Imams, peace be upon him, went into occultation. The Shias were confused as to who will lead the affairs, since the whole ideology circulates around the leadership of a divine figure. Hence the Ahlul-Bayt, peace be upon them, were never really rulers of the Islamic nation, with the exception of Imam Ali, peace be upon him, who mainly had to go to war with other so-called Muslims. They tried to direct the nation to refer to the scholars of Ahlul-Bayt to manage their affairs, which ultimately means the Ahlul-Bayt, peace be upon them, themselves. Because in the system of the tyrants, they took the role of the most knowledgeable ones because it was the one thing that no one could deny. And also the 12th Imam was always in contact with the people through representatives. But because the people were satisfied with the jurists who were not in contact with Ahlul-Bayt, the Imam was only indirectly involved in the affairs of the Muslims. Whoever truly wants to know him shall know him, and whoever believes that he wants to know him because he only is interested in finding a solution for his own needs shall only find solutions the way he likes them to be and not the way God likes them to be. If you calculate this up from generation to generation, 1,000 years after his disappearance, peace be upon him, it resulted into a total catastrophe of opinions. It resulted into people taking the title Hujjatullah, the proof of Allah, as a judicial title, even though it was a title that is preserved for Ahlul-Bayt, peace be upon them, which tells you a lot about their attitude towards the whole matter. And the peak of the audacity we find today in Iran in the system of the absolute rulership of the jurists, or Wilayatul Faqih. Khomeini came into power by using the greed of the Carter administration of the USA. Shortly before, the people of Iran pressured the Shah to decrease the oil production because their labor was exploited for cheap by the Western nations. So Khomeini promised to keep the oil production stable. No matter how popular Khomeini was, it would have never happened without the help of the Americans. The anger of the people of Iran peaked until it finally caused them to kick out their king and by that end a 2,500 years constant monarchy. In the meantime, Khomeini was having the time of his life, plotting in France, being ready to take over the country of Iran. What is this? It sounds like the hero appeared on the scene.
ما میل نداریم که در بین ملت‌های مسلمین ملت امریکا را یک ملت ظالمی بدانند، همراهی کنند، از اونها تشکر هم خواهیم کرد. خیر، ابداً ما خونریزی را میل نداریم. ما می‌خوایم با مسالمت تمام بشه مطلب.
After the revolution, Khomeini's stance was this.
حتی نماینده بدترین دشمن ما که عبارت از کارتر است.
As soon as he got there, Khomeini halved the oil production of Iran, and by that he raised the oil price in the market. And the attitude of the Americans changed drastically. Now they implemented that the scholar or jurist is to be the leader of the country, claiming that they only wait for the reappearance of the real ruler, which supposedly is Imam Mahdi, peace be upon him, pretending that they forgot that the real ruler is gone because he was not supported. 44 years of Iran. Where is Imam Mahdi then? They have no direct appointment, which is a sunnah of the prophets, no mentioning of this fake republic, no Quran verse that supports it, rather the opposite. There are tons of narrations against the scholars of the end time. They presented no knowledge which is new and unknown to us, which was another sunnah of the prophets, and they clearly do not pledge for the allegiance to be for God, which again is a sunnah of the prophets. Rather, they pledge allegiance to its current leader Khamenei, who's nothing but a charlatan. Ahmad al-Hassan, peace be upon him, wrote a letter to Khamenei requesting to fulfill their claim to pass over the leadership to Imam Mahdi, peace be upon him, which Mr. Charlatan ignored. There are also tons of narrations about the Yemeni, peace be upon him, and no one is even close to what the narrations say about him except for Imam Ahmad al-Hassan, peace be upon him. And the ultimate astonishment for everyone that has a mind is that Ahmad al-Hassan, peace be upon him, said, "Ask God about me." With all these religious leaders in the world, I have not once witnessed anyone saying this but Imam Ahmad al-Hassan, peace be upon him, and Abu Sadiq, peace be upon him. Have you?
God has guided hundreds of people to me through true dreams and visions. I'm the one whom God has guided hundreds of people to me who asked God sincerely through istikhara.